Yes, hey folks, it's Tim, aka Faceless Fat Loss. In this video I'm going to cover restless legs and muscle twitching, but before I do, I wanted to show you guys something kind of fun. It is early December here in upstate New York, and look at this! You guys have seen me record a few of my videos out on this deck during the summertime, obviously, when there isn't this white stuff all over the place. Look at this, my gosh! That's the top of a table and it's that high up, and I'm talking with my voice so high because I can't believe we have this much snow in early December. Now granted, we're in upstate New York here. We're used to getting pounded by snow, but we've gone through whole holiday seasons without hardly a dusting before we get dumped on in January and February, and we're already getting dumped on here in early December. Can you believe this? I love it. I think it's a lot of fun, but it's a little bit of an inconvenience, obviously. So now on to the restless legs and muscle twitching. Juice, all that snow, isn't that something else? Anyways, I received a bunch of emails asking about the restless legs and the muscle twitching issue based off of those magnesium videos I did previously. Before I begin to discuss this issue, I want to make it clear, as my channel makes it clear, that I'm not a doctor, and you should definitely consult with your favorite alternative doctor first. All of my opinions are just that. They're just opinions based on my own personal experience and the experience of my friends who've had great success with some of these alternative methods. But really, you must consult with your favorite alternative doctor first before trying any of this sort of stuff. Topical magnesium, I've discussed in the past, is just fantastic for relieving pain and relieving stress, and a ton of people have reported results with restless legs. There's another item I wanted to continue that I wanted to discuss that contributes to the muscle twitching and restless leg syndrome, in my opinion, in a big way. I have support with this through some alternative doctors who also believe this issue is a core component to especially the muscle twitching. Just so that you know, I have suffered from restless legs in the past to some extent. I get it minimally to none now, perhaps once a year. And I have suffered from severe muscle twitching in the past, body-wide muscle twitching, as well as severe facial tics. Debilitating, socially debilitating facial tics. Now, as you all know, my branding here, Faceless Fat Loss, I never show my face so that you'll focus on my body because I have a fat loss, weight loss program. That works, right? So I ask that you place a little trust in me when I say that my face no longer twitches. It does not. What I will get maybe 2 or 3 times a year at the most is a little bit of an eyelid flutter that I think a lot of people get just whenever I'm under extra stress. I think it's very common for people to experience that. And I also think it is tied into what I'm going to cover right here as well. When I started on my program that I teach, they got me into the condition that I'm in and got me out of severe illness. I was heavily focused on anti-pathogen. When I say pathogen, I'm talking about bacterias, viruses, and yeasts, fungus, and candida. The last 3 there are all coupled together. It is my opinion, and the opinion of alternative doctors whom I respect greatly, that this latter category, the candida, yeast, and fungus, are a primary problem to so many of the issues we have, including the muscle twitching and the restless legs. When I started on this kind of anti-pathogen protocol using the silver that I suggest in my program, I began to obtain enormous relief from all of these kinds of symptoms. This includes the severe illness that I was contending with. I was using a specific kind of silver that I discussed in my program, as well as a garlic derivative, and an overall anti-pathogen protocol with a detoxification protocol coupled with it, which is absolutely crucial. Reason being, when you're contending with candida, yeast, and fungus, you are also definitely contending with heavy metals. How do we know this? Because research has proven, including a study back in 1976, that when you kill off candida, you are going to get mercury released into your system. And the last thing you want is for that mercury to be finding a new home, perhaps helping more candida form or at home someplace else in your body, causing other sorts of problems. So what we need to do is be on a detox protocol, such as using a zeolite product of some sort, and I cover that in my program, that will grab a hold of that mercury safely and conveniently pass it right out of your bowels, not your system, or in your urine. So how did we get here? Why is this such a big concern? Why are so many alternative doctors now, you can even find them around YouTube, talking about the candida, yeast, fungus issue and other pathogen issues as it contributes to overall health and the ability to make you so slim? Because of the rampant use of antibiotics being prescribed like candy across many, many decades worth, and the high sugar diets that we are all in Western culture so darn accustomed to. We are overdosing on sugar so severely, people have no clue how bad it is. Our diets are so out of whack and so horrendously bad for our bodies that it's creating all of these systemic issues. If you've ever taken antibiotics, pretty much ever, even a short course, you likely have a yeast imbalance in your body contributing to possibly a systemic candida issue. What this means is that the healthy balance of yeasts and healthy bacterial flora in your gut, where your immune system is, have breached your immune system and gone systemic, meaning throughout your body. This is where possibly much of the muscle twitching issue is coming from. Again, when I went on my antipathogen protocol, my muscle twitching was reduced by 80 to 90% to completely stopping. I kid you not. That, coupled with my topical magnesium, I have found to be a fantastic way to handle restless legs and muscle twitching of any kind whatsoever. Why isn't the medical industry covering this issue more? It's very simple. Since the advent of antibiotics back in the 1920s or 30s or so, antibiotics were primarily intended to be used for extreme circumstances, deathbed type scenarios, or severe infections. What's happened instead is they're prescribed like candy. A person goes in who's caught the flu or a cold. So many doctors, I witness it over and over and over again, will prescribe the darn antibiotics, even though it may be and probably is a viral infection. Guess what, folks? Antibiotics do nothing for viruses, nothing. All they do is kill off bacteria, the bad guys, and they kill off the good guys in your intestinal tract, creating this imbalance that I just mentioned. That presents a problem. When doctors are prescribing antibiotics, as often as they are, creating excessive yeast conditions in the body, they could be contributing to fungal conditions in the body as a whole. It is being discovered that by a doctor over in Italy, that countless cancers are yeast-based. We know some cancers also have viral origins, or at least they're speculated to. We're finding fairly conclusively now that cancers, many cancers, have a yeast-type origin. So if doctors are prescribing drugs that contribute to a yeast type of condition in the body, and we're eating sugar-based diets that yeasts absolutely love and thrive upon, we have ourselves one heck of a mess, don't we, folks? So, I hope that is enlightening and helpful to many of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. A lot more coming up, including that medical industry issue, which is a real sore spot with me, and I will try not to get cynical about it. Thank you so much for watching. Let's stay positive, folks. Things are getting better and will continue to get better. Love, happiness, health, and peace.